Previously on the Real Estate Podcast.
It's just trying to understand your market at the end of the day. If your market is people that still do billboards, it's worked for you because you from the 80s have still got that clientele that call you.
Yeah.
But with us, the generation, the millennials that are social media orientated, you kind of have to adapt.
Yeah. You and I have been in this industry for some time, and then we've at least made a bit of those little monies, and it's actually helping us go on social media, possibly boost those. We boost our pages or boost those ads and all. But for a startup, somebody who has just entered, how do they spread their little cash? Or their viewing fee that they have gotten, which is not supposed to be gotten. How do they spread it? There's communication, there's advertisement, and there's upkeep.
I feel what I can advise to those starting up, you need to be hands-on.
Okay.
When you're hands-on and you say at your ears and legs on the ground, you really understand it better. But I feel do not adapt to what works for someone and doesn't work for you.
Sure.
You'll find that something may be different. You may be able to penetrate the market in a different approach. So don't come in with the ideology that, okay, Mr. Ngosa uses Facebook boost. For me, I've not boosted per se because I still can't even get the hang of boosting. That's how. So I can tell you that for people starting up, upskill yourself. For me, what has worked is networking. I tend to attend a lot of networking events that, believe you me, clients, you are a nobody. I always tell myself, I use myself as example, I'm a nobody, but the exposure you place yourself just going to a lot of these startup grind programs and trying to place yourself and even just upskilling.
Awesome.
Knowledge is power.
Awesome. Sure.
Upskill yourself. Take the time to understand the market you're getting yourself into. I go back to the vendors. Guys, these people know the market. They'll be selling vuvuzelas on the road because they know football it's the season.
Yeah.
So I feel go with even the basic knowledge. Don't go in and just say, no, because at Nipa Facebook, no. I feel have some learned knowledge about it, understand it. So when you're selling, aspect of selling, when you sell with that confidence, you really can sell anything they say.
Awesome. Sure. No, you bring a very good point because this actually brings in the aspect of understanding the seasons and the times. Do you realize or have you noticed that during possibly December time, December, January, we usually have people wanting to shift or change houses, because maybe they would have been in one house for 12 months or 2 years, but now they just want to change either location or after the rains, they have noticed that no, the house is leaking or the location is, it gets flooded, so we want to change. So you'd find that not just that little understanding of the season. You'd find that if you position yourself,
very, very true,
you have a number of deals coming through.
And that's a very valid point because I think if we understand the aspect of season, we know April, financial quarter. Yeah. We're now reading about the whole debt restructuring. The NAPSA contribution. That literally, when the contribution were coming out, people were investing.
Awesome.
Even when, remember the time the retirees were getting their loans. Literally ears on the ground. You're understanding, look for it, 700 quarter properties, 500, because someone is retiree is looking to invest in Chilenge. So literally ears on the ground, understanding the market, the season at which you should sell, because they are coming with their 20% naps and you're selling on $1 million property. Where will you go with it? Just say.
what would be your advice to all of us agents, or the upcoming, the already existing, and those that want to actually see themselves go up there? What would be your advice for us to actually, more like to be as professional? What do we need to do better?
I feel it goes back to, I mean, Zia is doing so much right now, and I feel that knowledge is power.
Sure.
Attend the classes. You'll be shocked, like, there's so much I took away from it.
From the
and it's all back to upskill. You have a program which I am dying to also join. And even just estate in Unila, CBU.
Sure.
I feel knowledge. Take the time to understand the material, your product.
Sure.
It all goes back to the product. When you're putting something on the market, understand your product and be hands-on. Believe you me, you appreciate your service, what you put out there when you literally are always hands-on. The consistency. And I feel estate is a very lucrative business. It's how you position yourself, how you place yourself in this industry, that people, yes, I know other countries, there's that comparison with Zambia and other countries where we say would have been far gone if we're in another country. But I feel have the consistency, have the perseverance, and the attitude or will to continue. Believe you is great as compared to if you're going to be laissez-faire about an approach, expect no results also.
How do you see yourself in 5 years' time as a real estate broker?
I feel by far, like, I feel I'll go places. I feel that there's so much that I'm aligning myself and trying to be more in the professional industry.
Sure.
Joining Zia has been one of them. There's so much I've just...
Maybe for those that don't understand, that don't know Zia, what is Zia?
Oh, it's the Zambian Institute of Estate
Agency
that has 2 levels. Yes, level 1, level 2. And have very good courses.
Sure.
And yes, and lecturers are good.
Yeah.
Very interactive.
Sure.
They ask questions. It's a very open discussion in most of the lectures. And I feel that for me, 5 years from now, I feel that I will be somewhere far from what I am now, because there's so much I've given myself, like goals, objectives, that I've given myself a bucket list that I pray and hope 5 years I'm able to eventually have inheritance to leave my kids, because that is what I'm working towards. Like, I've got so much goal that I really want to see so much growth of nearly 5 years from now, that I hope I can meet it.
My question is, how does one position themselves as a real estate agent to move from the minor leagues to the major leagues? Just like we gave an example of Mumeka Rights, who is actually a developer, as she has done the Makeni Heights. So to play in that leagues, there must be a few things that an agent is supposed to do. What would be your advice to an upcoming or already existing agent that is Zambian?
Okay. I feel pace.
Okay.
Pace yourself. I mean, the example I'm giving is Madam Meka. She started from somewhere as well.
Sure.
She didn't get to the top without the groundwork.
Sure.
I feel pace yourself. Run your race, but at the same time, pace yourself in the position where you know that your timing, you feel that you've acquired a certain knowledge, there will definitely be a seat at the table.
Sure.
So I always feel that don't jump the gun.
Oh, sure.
And don't be in a hurry to get to a place you don't even know what the groundwork is. At the end of the day, it comes down to the same thing. Pace yourself, the groundwork, and sometimes they say trust in the timing, because the position will be presented to you. For me, I always even use you as an example, Ms. Sankosa. I keep doubting and questioning myself, saying, even the time I was put on the panel, I literally said, what am I going to offer? But for you, the timing, you saw what I had. Myself, I didn't see it, you see? It took others. The big league, sometimes it will take others seeing your potential where you don't see it. But if you want to rush, you'll crash. So I always feel opportunities always present itself. Consistency. Just the hard work. will always make someone see you. They say work in silence and the work will speak for you.
Yeah, will speak for you. Yeah,
I always feel that's true. Just run your pace. If you're trying to get into something, you either just find yourself trying to, at life yapa social,
sure,
pose an artificial life that you cannot balance, a life between trying to keep up appearance, that you just shoot yourself in the foot. Yeah.
Next time on the Real Estate Podcast.
So my day, I've got terrible insomnia. So my day actually starts as early as 03, between 1 to 3, but most of the time it's like clockwork, it's by 3. At that time, the kids are still asleep. I catch up on emails, I catch up on ads, responses. Some clients even actually interact because they know that's my window.